Hey friends, how's life? I hope you're all doing great. I'm Ola Янкова, a senior teacher in Green Forest, and we're about to have an English video lesson. Today we're going to talk about conditional sentences, and more specifically, Conditional 3. This lesson is provided to you by Green Forest Online School and our interactive platform Smarte. It will take you about 30 minutes. Please click on the link below and open the lesson in a new tab. Follow the instructions from my video and complete the tasks one by one. But before all that, I believe you need to subscribe to our channel first if you still haven't done it. I'm sure you will find lots of cool videos on learning English here. Today we're going to talk about Conditional 3. We will learn its structure and cases of use, compare it to Conditional 2, and figure out the main difference between these two in English and in our native language. Our lesson is for students with B1, B2 level of English. It will consist of a short grammar presentation with examples and 3 interactive tasks with keys. Each task we will complete during this class has 3 buttons at the end: check, answers, reset. When you press check button, you will see if your answers are right or wrong. When you press answers button, you will see the correct answers. Press it again to go back to your answers. When you press reset button, all your answers will disappear and you will be able to do the task once again. Okay, ready to dive into the world of imagination? That's what conditionals are about. If I had prepared better, I would have passed the exam. This is an example of a Conditional 3 sentence. Let's look at it a bit more attentively and figure out what it is, how to use it, and the main question you're asking yourself: why? Conditional 3 is a structure that we use to talk about imaginary situations, but not our wishes, dreams, or hopes, but something that happened in the past. Well, to be more exact, we try to imagine a different past. If you had prepared better, I'm basically saying that I didn't prepare in a good way. I would have passed the exam. Over here, I'm saying that I actually failed it. So I didn't prepare in a good way and failed the exam. This is a real past situation, but if I had prepared better, I would have passed the exam. Now, this version of the past didn't happen, it's imaginary. I'm basically talking about something that I cannot change in any way, because I don't have a time machine to go back in the past and fix it. Quite often, this structure is used to talk about regrets. Let's check out the structure. So like in any conditional sentence, Conditional 3 has an if clause, the one that gives us the condition, and a main clause, the one that provides us with the result. In our if clause, we need to use past perfect. If I had prepared. The main clause uses would have plus past participle, the third form of an irregular verb or a regular verb with ed ending. I would have passed. If I had charged my phone, it wouldn't have died. So this is an imaginary situation. What's the real situation? I didn't charge my phone and it died. As we see, Conditional 3 is the opposite of the real situation. Traditionally, we will put a comma after an if clause if it starts the sentence. We can switch the clauses places and start with the main clause, but in that case, comma is not used. If she had known you were in town, comma, she'd have called you. But she would have called you if she had known you were in town. Just like in other conditional sentences, we can use other models, could and might, instead of would in the main clause. Both models will refer to possible consequences in this case, basically making the situation even more hypothetical. For example, if Bob had played the game, he might have won. Maybe. Did Bob play the game, by the way? In this case, not. Pay attention. When we translate Conditional 2 and Conditional 3 in our native language, they sound exactly the same. So how do we know which one to use? Let's go back to where we started, the tense. For example, if I were hungry, I'd have breakfast. Or if I had been hungry, I'd have had breakfast. In the first case, we have Conditional 2. It talks about the unreal present situation. That is, I'm not hungry now, so I don't want any breakfast. Sentence 2 talks about the unreal past situation. For example, I'm at work and I'm telling one of my colleagues about my morning. Mind you, I can't go back and change it. So I wasn't hungry back then and I didn't have breakfast for that reason. Let's look at one more situation. I wanted to run for mayor, but I didn't get enough support. Do you think I should use conditional 2 or 3 in this case? The situation is in the past, so we'll use conditional 3. If I had got enough support, I would have run for mayor. Let's move the situation into the present. I don't have enough support now, that's why I'm not running. If I had enough support, I would run for mayor. That's conditional 2. But if we translate them into Ukrainian, they will sound exactly the same. That's the trick. Ready for some practice? Task 1 then. Task 1. In this task, we've got 6 sentences with some options to choose from. Look through the sentences and decide if they are in conditional 2, talking about unreal present situations, or conditional 3, unreal past situations. You've got 5 minutes for the task. Check yourself once you're done. Let's look at these sentences together. How many conditional to sentences can you find here? Actually, just one, number 5. Why can't we use conditional 3 here? Because there is no option with the correct form for conditional 3 neither in the conditional clause, should be had asked, nor in the main clause, would have given. Pay attention, the sentence starts with the main clause here, so we don't use a comma in it. By the way, I'd have given her the money if she had asked me. Is it about the present or the past? Of course the past. The sentence itself tells us that the whole situation happened in the past. She didn't ask, so I didn't give her anything. Great job, everyone. By the way, if you really enjoy our classes and you think that this is exactly the way you've been dreaming to study English, check out Green Forest English School. Green Forest is a great choice for those who'd like to study English online in groups. We've got general and intensive courses and the access to online book. You can study pretty much anywhere as long as you've got a device and access to the internet. Yes, we have students that take long walks in the forest during their classes. New groups start studying every month, which means that you could test your English knowledge today and start improving it as soon as next week or in 2 weeks tops. If you're interested, check out more information in the description of this video. Now, let's move on to something a bit harder. Task 2. Task 2. In this task, we're going to practice the form of conditional 3. Your task is to open the brackets and fill in the gaps with the verbs in the correct form, that is, in the corresponding conditional 3 form. You've got 10 minutes for the task, and I suggest you go find yourself that list of the irregular verbs. Once you're done, check yourself. I hope you got everything right. Now let's check out one more interesting moment in sentence number 10. If you click on answers, you'll see two options in the main clause. Is there any difference? Which one is correct? Traditionally, the second one is considered to be more correct, since not or never have to follow an auxiliary or a modal verb. However, in this case, you can also put never between have and past participle. This option sounds a bit more familiar to us. Let's move on to our final task for today. Task 3. In this task, we've got the beginnings of the sentences that you need to match with their endings. One sentence is in conditional 2, while the other one is in conditional 3. Check out the beginning, analyze which one is which, and match it to possible ending. You've got 5 minutes for the task. Great job. Now let's see. Number 1. Which sentence tells us that I didn't have money in the past? Of course, if I had had money. A conditional 3 sentence. Great job, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're done, and I take it that you got it all. I'm so proud of you guys. Because if you hadn't got the material, you wouldn't have watched this video till the end. But you understood everything and watched it all the way here. Good for you. If you've got more questions, write them in the comments below. Like the video, then check out all the previous video lessons as well. We've got quite a few already. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell button not to miss our next online English lesson. And don't forget that this short lesson is just a small part of all the English knowledge you can get with our course book, Notes by Green Forest, and our interactive platform Smarte during online lessons in Green Forest School of English. You can find all the details in the comment pinned below. Have a good one, guys. See ya.